Hey y'all, this is Retha.
Hey, this is Deandra, and you are now listening to
Coffee, Heels, and Conversation podcast.
So Grab Your Coffee and listen in.
Hey y'all, hey, how y'all be?
Hey guys, what's up?
Welcome back to another episode of the pod. We are so happy you have joined us.
Yes.
As always, let's go ahead and get right into the church announcements. Today I got me a good old iced coffee. All right. And I still stuck with the cinnamon vanilla, but your girl was proactive and went and got some oat milk creamer.
Hey.
So we back in the game.
Back in it.
And so I got my oat milk creamer, my iced coffee, my cinnamon vanilla. Like I mentioned before, I do want to try that black and bold iced coffee, so I'm gonna try it one day. But that's what I got this week. What you got, Rita?
So I enjoyed what I had last time so much. Spun the block.
That sounded bomb, yeah.
Because girl, it was good and it is good. So that's where I'm at. So it's very good.
All right. So this week we will be talking about spring cleaning. So we're going to be talking about two parts of it: spring cleaning, the mental, and spring cleaning, obviously the physical, everything like that. I know people usually spring clean sometime like the beginning of May, I believe. But it's never supposed to spring clean. Like,
hello, never.
It's never too late. Okay. So we're going to talk about that real quick. So let's start with spring cleaning, the physical. So how many outfits do you have, Rita? That
girl, sorry, let me let you finish your question.
What is wrong with you? Oh my gosh. All right. So, all right, Rita. So how many outfits would you say that, or not even just outfits, let's articles of clothing that you have not seen in about 2 years that you still have hanging up in your closet or in your dresser?
A lot.
Girl, same.
Like, I can't even give you a guess. Maybe 20. I don't know. Like, I don't know. It's a lot.
Right.
Especially like my dresses. They just like, there are certain dresses, some of that I've never worn, but like when I get my body to a certain place, I probably will because it's still cute. But other stuff, I'm just like, I keep it, but I'm like, will I really wear this again? Like, why do I still have this? Like, and I'm also like, do I want to get rid of it? Do I not? Like,
right.
I have
exactly
more than I need. I didn't even okay. I was looking for a specific, I was looking for one of my workout pants or like capris because, now that it's warm, I don't want to wear like long workout pants. And I'm like, I have this many jeans?
Oh my gosh.
I don't remember all of these.
Right.
Okay. So yeah, a lot.
Right. So I think that for me, I have the same. I have a lot. So what prompted the whole spring cleaning thing, I usually don't, participate because I don't think I have much to spring clean, and that's a lie. So what prompted it was I ended up buying a new dresser, and I was like, let me go through my old clothes and my old dresser. So when I have the new dresser, I won't be putting old stuff that I'm not going to wear in it. And the amount of clothes that I was able to give away because they're in good condition, I don't wear them. I was like, oh, there's probably so much more that I have not touched in about probably like 2 good years. And I'm just hanging on to the thought of it because I don't even remember it. But when I see it, I'm like, oh, no, throw it away. So that has prompted my spring cleaning of like my physical space. Also, I don't know if it's like just a church saying, but usually they say like, what is it? Like you give away so you can, like you make room. So you like make room for like what you want or whatever. So in order to do that, I know that I want new clothes. I know I want new outfits. I'm, on this weight loss journey. So my body, shape is changing and everything. So I want to wear some new things, but if I don't have no place to put it, what's the point of buying it? So
Mhm.
that's what has led to this spring cleaning. And then I thought about it a little bit more. The way we be spring cleaning our house, we can spring clean our mind or mental state. All right, so Retha, what prompted your spring cleaning?
So what prompted mine was okay. So like I said before, I deep clean my house every few months, whatever.
Mhm.
But I was just like, dude, like I have this. Okay, so I have this eyesore in my closet where like I have a bunch of purses that are just sitting up there. They're
Mhm.
not in anything. So that is like I need to get a bin for that, and then like I need to actually clean my closets and go through them.
Right.
And then I have these books that I have never read, don't intend to read, or may or may not read again
Okay.
that are from different seasons of my life. I'm
Right.
just like, girl, you need to, and I'm keep buying books.
Same.
So that like I have to force on the bookshelf. So
Right.
girl, get rid of these books. And then it's so funny. I was like, I was watching this live of this, she's a woman that does the Sanctified podcast. I was watching her live and she like was talking about like decluttering and cleaning stuff out. And I was like, okay, God, I believe this is you telling me, girl, do it. So I'm like, okay, I really just need to do it. Because I feel like it's one of those things, like you said, like it's one of those things where you like release things so that you can
Right.
receive whatever God has for you. So I'm like, let me release this stuff.
Right.
So whatever He has, whatever God has,
Hello.
I can receive.
Right. Amen and amen.
Hello?
So I also feel like in my mind, I think one of the reasons why I probably take forever to spring clean is because in my mind, spring clean happens in one day. You declutter, you organize, you put it all back. It happens in one day. But the reality is that spring cleaning is a process. It's a couple of weekends. Now for some people it really is one day. But they also probably clean in between. But like people like me I clean, like spring cleaning wise,
Yeah.
it's probably going to be a couple of weekends that I'm doing this. So, but that has been like my thing. Like that's my thing with why I feel like I've been putting it off is because I know it's not going to happen all in one day, and that makes me
It's
upset.
not.
That makes me really upset. So even like now, like wanting to like, okay, I did a part of it, which was the whole drawer thing, and now I want to tackle my closet. And I'm like, but if I don't get it all done today, I'm going to be upset. So that was just my random tidbit about why I probably haven't putting it off.
No, I've been putting it off too because it's like it's so much work, and I'll just be like, ugh. But I'm like, girl, you need to do it. You got a 3-day weekend. It's not gonna get done in 3 days, but you got a 3-day weekend. Take advantage
Right.
and like do it. Because I also want to I've been wanting to organize my file cabinet,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like, girl, just do it. Like I always like, oh, I'm gonna do it this weekend, and then I'll make plans to do something else. Or I'll just be like, oh, I'm tired from work, or I've been battling off and on with depression. Oh, I'm depressed right now. Let me just lay here. It's like, girl,
Right.
it's going to be more to have to clean
Right.
the longer you wait. Now, mind you, like I said, I will deep clean, like do the general deep cleaning. I'll do that, right? I'll do that. You know what I'm saying? But this is like a lot of work. I may have to go through my purses. I don't know if I want to do that right now.
Right.
But I may have to go to them purses I've been getting on my nerves just sitting up there.
Right.
Because they're not in anything.
True. Okay, so one of the things that we were talking about as well was along with decluttering our like physical space, we can also declutter our mental space. So, all right, so to help us with some tips on decluttering our mental health, of course, I found an article because I'm the queen of articles, self-appointed, but still the queen of articles. So this article actually is titled "Spring Cleaning for Mental Health." And the first thing that they say is to straighten out your priorities. You ask yourself what's most important for my physical health or mental health, the health of my family, my relationships. And taking the time to answer these questions can help reduce decision fatigue and eliminate the mental clutter that comes with decision making. So the tip that they give is to create a to-do list or short-term and long-term goals. Get So they said that helps you get the clutter out your mind, writing it all down, mind. And then you can write your to-do list, your hopes, your goals, and things that you frequently been thinking about in your head. So getting that on paper can help you, and then you can start to prioritize and categorize them.
No, girl, because when I tell you decision fatigue, I'd be fatigued, okay? Because, I'm out here by myself, so it's like I have to make decisions every day. You don't realize how many decisions you're making.
Right.
And so it's so funny because it makes me think of like how back in the day I'd be like never knowing what I want to eat. Girl.
Not never know what I want to eat.
No, for real. Like people would get on me like, Dretha, how come you never make any suggestions? I always know what I don't want, but what I want, I don't always know that. So even to this day, I'd be like, I get irritated with myself, like, girl, what do you want?
What do you want to eat?
Like, I get you don't want Chipotle today. We ain't going there. You don't want this. You don't want that. Okay. What do you want? Right. So just a PSA to my friends. I get the frustration because I get frustrated with myself too. That's one thing I want by myself. Oh, you just don't be knowing what you want to eat at all. I don't know why. We make so many decisions every day and that we don't realize it because I definitely do get decision fatigue. And also, I think that'll help me because I'll have thoughts about something when I'm driving. But by the time I get to my destination, it's that. So if I could at least like speak it and make a note and say, this is what I need to do.
Right.
That is actually a very helpful tip that like I could use my, text to speech, whatever, or speech to text and like just have at least a note of like, this is something that you want to do. This is something that, because I'll forget like, oh, like, yeah, I need to do that. And then by the time I get to where I'm trying to go, what was that thing? I don't remember. And then it always comes up at the most inopportune times. Like, why can't you think of this stuff when you can either actually do it or you can at least write it down?
Right, exactly.
So that is a good tip. Like, okay, just write it down. You might got to do it right away. Just write it down, put it on your list. And I do like the idea of having short and long-term goals because I think for me, I think about my long-term goals a lot more than my short-term ones. And then I'll get like overwhelmed because my long-term goals are like huge things. And I'm just like, I don't know how to get there. I don't know what to do. And then it's like, girl, if you look at your short term, those will probably lead you to your long term. So
right. Yeah.
I like that.
I like that too. So another tip that they have is to drop old habits. Take the time to pick an area of your life that has impacted your mental health and is counterproductive to your well-being. Some of the more common ones are related to diet, exercise, or spending. Make an effort to take the habit and replace it with the healthier option. I didn't really think about that as like a mental health thing, but that's really good. I think that I guess you don't really realize how different things affect your mental health. So like, poor spending habits or like even what you eat can probably really does not probably it does really affect like your mental health, how you feel about yourself, how you feel about the situation that you're in, all of that. So I didn't really think about that, but that is a good point to like trying to and then to start putting things in place that will help you kind of like eliminate that habit.
No, I think it's I like it too because I feel like especially like for instance with like spending habits, like if you gotten more in debt, you have more anxiety because of the debt. So it's like if you change your spending habits, then like you'd be slowly but surely getting out of debt. So I think that's good. Right. And then exactly like I think about like the fact that I finished that challenge at my gym and it's like kind of even though the challenge itself is over, it's literally encouraged me to be at the gym more. And I'm noticing, I'm like, there is a change in my mental health.
Yeah.
Because I've been consistently working out. And even with my eating, even though I have, some things here and there to clean up, I'm getting better with like my eating and like I'm getting back into doing some of the things that I used to do, like taking vitamins and drinking infused water and stuff like that. And it's just like, because I'm realizing like I forget what happened yesterday, but it was like, I'm actually feeling good. Like I'm not feeling
Right.
like dragged, and I may be tired, but I'm not feeling like sad and depressed and all this stuff. Like, but I'm like doing things actively that really, because that's the thing. Exercise really is legit linked to mental health for real. And
Yeah.
so it's like, oh, that's why I'm in a better space because I'm being consistent with the things that I know that are good for me. You
Yeah.
know, staying
That's
on track
good.
is the thing I'm trying to work on now.
Hello,
Hello.
consistency
Mm-hmm.
is the thing right there. Yeah, but that's really good. I agree. I think that I know exercising really is tied to that, to your mental health and everything. Okay, so the next tip is to spend time with your mental space. Spring is a good time to let go or reframe any negative thoughts. And then they did say that our attitude, motivation, and potential may be due to the lack of confidence or negative self-talk. We don't express confidence in our abilities and tell ourselves, I can't, or I'm not good enough. This can become self-fulfilling prophecy. So the tip is to try journaling. Write down your thoughts, worries, fears, and feelings. This helps us become more aware of these types of thoughts and release them from our minds, allowing us to declutter further. Putting things on paper can help you let go. Help you let go, put things in perspective, or even change the way you are thinking about them. Journaling, daily or regularly, is a great way to practice this. I think everybody knows by now. I am a big advocate of journaling because I love books, pens, and all the things that have to do with that. So
Yeah.
I'm always like, yes, any reason to journal, I'm here for it. So, but also I do like the idea of putting things on paper and helping you release it. So that way it really isn't in your mind anymore. Like you put it down, you say like this is what it is. And then sometimes people, depending on what they say on that paper, I've seen people like take it and ball it up and burn it or like throw it away. Cause that's their way of also like
Getting
further
rid of it.
eliminating it. Yeah, getting rid of it. So I think that's really good. That's a really good tip to just journal or just write it down, throw it away, burn it. As long as you're not causing any type of harm as far as, burning. If you live, just don't. Okay, never mind. Just don't burn it. Just throw it away.
Yeah. No, I think that's good too. And sometimes, like it's also like I mentioned, I think in the last episode, about like even if you're like me and sometimes you have so much in your mind that you like feel like writing will be too much, dictate it on your laptop. Like that's how I journal. I think journaling regularly is important because that's what I'm trying to get to. Because I'm like, I know I don't have the time to journal every day, but like if I can journal once a week to just get everything that happened throughout the week out of my system,
Right.
because I do realize that we don't realize how many things we're holding until we actually take the time to journal. And then you feel like because I remember a couple weekends ago, I did take the day to journal and stuff like that. I felt lighter. Like I literally felt lighter. And so you don't always realize all the things that we're holding on to or holding inside of us. And so I definitely think that's a good thing because, you know, it is important to address the things instead of just ignoring them because it'll come out in some way. So I think it's a really good practice to, if you can't journal every day, do it like once a week. Like just get whatever happened throughout the week out just so that you're not carrying it. Because I think what happens, we end up just carrying the stuff over and over and over the next week, the next week, the next week. And then we're exhausted, depressed, and frustrated. And then we started journaling and was like, oh my gosh, I didn't realize I had all this in my mind.
Right. Yeah, that's true. That is so true. Sometimes I've heard people say, well, mainly teachers say like, oh, just write, just put something on paper. Once you start writing, it'll all come out. But when I've tried that, that's really true. Like, even if you say, I have nothing to say, you start writing those first couple of sentences. And by the time you know it, you have like at least a page full of stuff that that comes to your mind. So yeah, that's so true. I completely agree with that. All right. So the next one. Spend time in your physical space. Your mental space is important, but so is your physical space. Things that take up physical space also take up mental space, which is something that we just said this. We have a closet full of junk. We waste energy on figuring out where to store things.
Yeah.
Furthermore, more clutter means more things to take care of. The effort in repairing and cleaning takes up time and resources. Eventually, we find ourselves in a constant state of tidying or organizing rather than having any free time to just relax or focus on priorities. That's exactly what started and prompted this episode, was us having to go through our closet, go through our stuff, like kind of figure out what we have, what don't we have, like any use for anymore. So it's really good that they said the same thing, like basically get rid of your stuff, okay? Because you're wasting time and resources.
And yeah, because it's true, because like the stuff that is in our physical space does affect our mental space. Because like I've mentioned before, when I have done my deep clean of like my house, it's like I feel lighter.
Yeah.
I feel better. I feel like, okay, like, you know, everything, every nook and cranny has been like dealt with or whatever. So I definitely think that that's true. And I think that it's super connected to our mental health, because when my house is a mess, I'm like, but then also like doing it is one of those things where it's like, because even when you do take the time to relax, at least for me, in my mind, it'll be like, you know, you're going to do that. It's in the back of my mind. I might be like deciding I'm going to rest or do whatever. But in the back of my head, I do need to do that thing. So just doing the thing, when at some point this weekend, I will do the thing. But in doing, at least start the process of doing the thing. It actually, like, I know eventually when I do it, I'll feel better. It's just about starting for me.
That's the hard part. Starting is the hard part.
Girl.
So, along with the spending time in your physical space, one of their tips is to clean space by space. Envision the space you think about the most. Is that a storage space loaded with things for charity? Is it the closet that of coats that you never wear? It said, is it the desk drawer where everything gets tossed? Start there. And then it says, get the household involved. Get your partner, children, or roommates involved. Okay, we're going to pause here because neither one of us have any of those things, okay? But for people who do, get your partner
for those
involved.
who do. I got to do this by myself.
Or roommates. What'd you say?
I said I got to do this by myself.
Right. This can help spread out the workload. Oh, that'd be nice. Spread out the workload. And talking to someone as you declutter can help you reason with how to categorize your stuff. Now, I will say that's true, because when I was going through the stuff with my dresser, my mom was actually here like for a few minutes, and she actually helped me with some stuff. So she was the one that helped me be like, do you really, like, she would actually pick up something. Do you need this? Have you worn it? Have you thought about it? Did you even realize that you know what I mean? So her being here and helping me kind of go through that definitely helps. So now when I go through it by myself, because I have more to go through, when I go through it by myself, I'm thinking about that. Like, have you worn this? Have you thought about this? Do you really need this? So that's definitely true. I agree with that.
No, it's crazy, because you don't realize how much stuff you accumulate.
Girl, until you about to move. Sorry,
girl,
real
that
quick.
part.
Until you about to move.
I didn't realize how much stuff I had. I was renting a room, and I don't know how much. I didn't realize how much stuff I had. I was like, yeah, this is a lot. Right. And then this is something I have to work through, because it's like, stop judging yourself. I'm like, it's just me. Why do I have all this stuff? But it's like, girl, you have stuff. It's okay. Like,
say that all the time.
You have it. It's fine. Right. It's okay. Right. Don't judge yourself, because I'll be judging myself like, girl, it's just you. But then I also don't want to have one plate, one fork, one spoon. What is that? So
you're so silly.
It's like I'd be like, girl, my God. I'd be like, girl, you have a lot of stuff, and I'm like, I do. And that's the other thing. Some stuff was gifted to me when I moved out the first time, so it's just like it just carried over. And then there's actual things that I accumulated, and so now it's like, ooh, child. It's like just taking the time to like go through it is the thing. But that's at least starting it. They say, oh, that's what I was gonna say. So they say that like you should do a little at a time. Like set your timer for 15 minutes and just do 15 minutes and see. Once the timer goes off, you might have the energy to keep going, and you just do. But start off with like 5 or 10 or 15 minutes. Like, okay, I'm going to do this for a good 5 minutes, and then If you can keep going, you can. If you can't, then that's okay. At least you started the process.
Right. Exactly.
Okay, that's the thing. You got to start.
Exactly. Just start. The next part talks about how to rejuvenate. So they say move your body. We heard the importance of movement 1,000 times by now. The key to better mental health resides in maintaining good physical health. If you're suffering from a mental illness like depression, maintaining physical health can seem exhausting and impossible. However, despite how difficult it might feel, taking care of your physical health beneficiates your mental health. Small actions
Yeah.
such as taking a walk on a sunny day or doing some light stretches all add up to being healthier overall. So some of their tips is like to integrate movement in your everyday routine. So stretch between meetings or while you're waiting for your coffee, take a walk when the sun is out mid-afternoon, all that good stuff. You know, find small ways. Basically, their point is to find small ways to do that. Find small ways to do that, as well as the fact that they're stressing that physical health does affect your mental health. So you have to take care of both. You know, you can't just do one and that's it.
And it ain't got to be like I like how they say small stuff, because it ain't got to be like a 2-hour gym workout.
Right.
It can just be like you walking in the neighborhood for 10, 15, 20 minutes, whatever.
Yeah.
So you can, with anything, you can always start small. So I think sometimes what hinders us is we think we got to be like, oh, I got to hit the gym for 2 hours. You don't.
Yeah. Right.
You can just take a walk consistently and you'll see change.
Exactly.
Or people, this is what I will say, because I don't see the change. People around me have been like, oh, I can tell. And I'm like, girl, because I don't know. I don't see it.
Right.
Okay. I don't see it. But other people are seeing like the fact that I've been in the gym. I'm like, great, because I don't.
But yeah, you're right. So join us on this spring cleaning journey.
Yes.
Join us in the comments. Join us in real life. Okay, you could come on through, help me clean this house.
Girl.
But let us know what you're doing in the comments. How are you spring cleaning? What room are you starting with? I'm starting with my bedroom. So what room are y'all starting with? Let us know. You can follow me at Deandra.Monique. You can follow the pod at CoffeeHills_combo pod. Rita?
You can follow me at Read the Author. You can also follow us on any platform that you are listening on. And you can also please subscribe to our YouTube channel. And then also please rate, review, share, comment, all that. And hit us with that good old 5 stars.
5 stars, please. And we will talk to y'all next week. Have a good week. Bye.
Bye.